Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. Today we're pulling from the Everyday Tarot cards. So we have the Four of Wands, but the thing is that they're showing me the capital R, but then they keep reversing it. So it's like reversed in the upright position, like in this position, but then they're saying it could change. I feel like this is your point of view because we have the Nine of Swords. I feel like there's a situation that hasn't happened yet, but you're fearful of it coming to fruition. So what I'm saying is counter that. Change your energy, change your perspective, and ask the universe to deliver you from this. They're saying it's going to happen in the future sometime in the fall. Like, I think they're like saying October 23rd. So they're saying, basically, take a breath, realize that you're fine, that like nothing has happened yet, to enjoy this time from right now until that time. Because they're like, you're going to waste all that time fretting about something. They're saying it might not even happen. This is what you are fearful of. So when we are fearful of something, sometimes we set that energy out to the universe. So counter that energy. We are coming up on the new moon on the 10th. Solar eclipse, so the energy is going to be high. Sit there. Whatever your fear is of this, they're saying financial. So I feel like it's a financial situation. They're like, I guess you have a friend that's in like financial consulting or something like that you can trust. Like, can be confident, like, confidential, where you're not going to sit there. They're not going to sit there and like spread rumors about your personal finance. But I think like I feel like the universe is saying, like, just change your perspective, enjoy the summer. So turn this upside down and enjoy the celebrations. We have Father's Day coming up. There's Pride, obviously. There's like lots of festivals. Obviously it depends what's going on with the world. The Calgary Stampede is going on. So it just depends, like, how safe certain places and people feel to go forward with a lot of things. But the thing is, I feel like they're saying it's all your perspective. This is keeping you up at night. You're going to start being snappy and snippy because you're not sleeping. So definitely take that into account. They're saying if you're not tired, get up and go have a shower, have an Epsom salt bath, and then, go back to bed. But they're, even like I always encourage people, take a melatonin. It's all natural. You can get the gummies. They sell them a lot of places. And you can sit there and cut it up into quarters, and, one is good. Don't take more than one, especially if you have to get up within, 7 hours. Like, you need to get up and go to work. There's no hangover. It's a natural base. Nature's Bounty makes really great ones. You could sit there, and if you can't sleep because you have something on your mind, that's a lot of the time where a lot of our anxiety, fear, worry, and doubt come from, is lack of sleep. So sit there and get, hopefully 6 to 7 hours a night. Instead of watching that show, say, you know what, I'll watch this tomorrow night. I'm going to go get myself a good night's sleep. Even if it's broken up. You say you go to bed at 10 and you get up at like 2, 3 in the morning, go have a shower and then go back to bed. Or sit there and read something and then go back to bed. I know they were saying, I remember online this one lady was saying she was having trouble sleeping and she would get up and do something like clean her bathroom. And then she would go back to sleep because she's like draining the energy in her. I guess she maybe was excited or upset about something. And she would go clean her washroom and then, it would take that anxiety out of her. But I definitely feel like this is in your head. And it hasn't happened. That's where a lot of us get the fear, worry, doubt, anxiety, depression. And we go into solitude, worried about something that's going to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. So you're torturing yourself. Meditation is excellent. They're showing like propping yourself up on your bed with pillows and just sitting there and just having a meditation, and hopefully you'll fall asleep. I feel like you're going to regain control. And I definitely feel like this is like a lot of this anxiety has to do with Mercury retrograde, where it plays on our shadow energy, new moon energies. There was a lunar eclipse, so the shadow side of things. But I definitely like the crescent to the waning crescent. They're saying by June 11th this will be taken away because there's light in the sky again. So this is where we start that cycle. I told you guys about this last new moon, full moon I believe it was, where they were saying some of you would have a hard Mercury retrograde, and when it was the crescent moon June 11th, you would see the other side of everything. Everything would be less. And then we go from the 11th to the 22nd when Mercury goes direct. And it'll, even more take that anxiety away. And I feel like when they're saying with the Hierophant, they talk about, marriage and, I feel like happy gatherings is what they're saying. Or maybe this is turning into your faith. more because it is, the Hierophant is usually the pulpit, or seeking higher counsel, seeking spirit, asking them to send you numbers, symbols, maybe certain birds of the air that come like around that you love, and ask, show me, X, Y, or Z, that things are going to get better, and they'll show it to you. Because I definitely feel, they're saying the Nine of Pentacles, like, you know what I mean? I feel like this situation is, like I said, is being played up in your head. There may be something, and something may happen, but I feel like it may turn in your favor, but it hasn't happened yet. They're showing like a piece of paper, and it's like, it falls to the floor, or it got stuck to something else. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it might not even happen. Or maybe it's just someone that's so tired from doing all whatever this is, because I'm seeing files stacked on a table, on a desk, and they just sit there and they're just like, it might get looked over. You never know. Like, things can turn in your favor. The universe is abundant, so ask them. Use these cycles to your favor. October is a ways off. Like, I can't believe we're already on June 8th, and it's just like, dang, man, like, like, where's the time going? But, it is moving fast right now, but it's just like, sit there and take a breath. And like they said, the Nine of Pentacles, like a rebirth, financial stability, safety and security. So, I feel like if it does happen, I feel like it will turn in your favor. To me, this looks like a crow. I feel like it's a minor message telling you it will be fine. So pay attention to numbers that stick out to you, and and see what they mean. See what the universe is trying to tell you at that time. And I guarantee you they'll probably tell you that this will turn out in your favor. Pay attention to the numbers. Even if it seems off, search the number. Like, right now, or 848. Sit there and put 848 meaning in Google search engine and see what it means. You know what I mean? But pay attention to numbers. Numerology is amazing. Pay attention to numbers. Pay attention to symbols. Excuse me. It looks like you're watching TV and they're going to say something and it's going to click with you, and it's like it'll resonate with you, and that'll be your answer. So like the universe speaks to us in all different ways. You know what I mean? Your kid may say something. I feel like your kid's like maybe 6 or 7, and they say something and it resonates with you. So it's just like, I don't feel like you did anything wrong. So this is where I'm saying it's just like, like they're saying an honest mistake. So it's just like, just be truthful, and hopefully, not, I pray it doesn't even happen. Like, I pray that it's just like, whew, like everything's fine. But that's what I'm saying. Pay attention to the universe. You may get a little, something, but just tell them it was an honest mistake, and hopefully they will take mercy, throw them upon your mercy, and everything will be okay. So with the Four of Wands, like I said, it's your perspective, and I feel like they're telling you to switch this around because we have celebrations to enjoy. Father's Day, Pride, birthdays, anniversaries, whatever's coming up. Like, there's celebrations to enjoy. So they don't want you to miss all of this. This is where they're saying you have an opportunity to switch this around. There may be instability in the home, or a transition to a new home. So maybe you're moving and you're all upset because it's just like, oh my gosh, I have so much to pack. Start with the miscellaneous things. All your family photos, wrap them up real nice. I use clothes like we're not wearing, like at the time, depending when you're moving, right? But I sit there and use clothes like obviously we have more than enough clothes, but sit there and wrap up our clothes when we have like tchotchkes or like even family photos. I wrap them up in coats and stuff like that, so that way not only am I packing up the coats, and I mark down that those coats are in that box, so I know obviously if I feel like fall, maybe you're moving. Funny enough, they said October 23rd, but it's like, you're able to obviously keep a couple coats up, but pack away the miscellaneous things. So when I'm moving, I sit there, if I'm watching TV, I'll sit there while the show's on, I'll either watch it or I'll pack while it's on, and during commercials, I'll take a break, so that way you're not wearing yourself out, because obviously we have everyday life to take care of as well. But it's just like doing so much, taking a break, doing so much, taking a break. But, you probably could get your whole living room done in one day. Same with the kitchen. We're not going to have any more birthday parties, so we're going to pack away all the baking, the cake stuff. We're going to pack away, maybe a mixer we use once in a while. We'll put that away, and start packing that up. And then just keep everyday items out, and then as you get closer to the move, start packing more and more of that stuff away. But they're saying it's going to be an easy transition. So it's just This is where I'm saying it, even though it's in the reverse, and the reverse meaning isn't bad. I feel like they're just saying, like, don't let fear keep you up. Do what you can to settle in and ground yourself in a current environment, even if it's a temporary home. So maybe you're building a home and it got delayed, and then it's like, oh, dang, like, my house is already in escrow. Like, I have to, hurry up and get out. So it's just like maybe you move into like a temporary rental until, your house is finished. Like maybe you're staying with like it feels like a mother figure, like your mother or your mother-in-law. So we have the Nine of Swords. You are weighed down by dark thoughts and disturbing feelings. And I feel like this is where the Chariot comes in. It says you're going to regain control. So this is a temporary situation. Just be like, you know what? It's okay. By the end of the week, the energy will be restored. Everything will be, the solar eclipse is going to come in and change the energy for us. It's, it's a powerful time. Sit there and set your intentions out. Not only is it a new moon, so you could sit there and say, you know what? Relieve me of all this fear, worry, and doubt, and bring in, happier times. Bring in right here. Sit there and be like, certain things haven't happened, so relieve me of this, please. I don't want this on me. I don't want to be like this. I don't want to ruin my summer or, be a Debbie Downer. Obviously feel your feelings, but the thing is, it's like, I feel like it's all in your head. So with the Nine of Swords, you're weighed down by dark thoughts and feelings. Worry, despair, anxiety are keeping you up at night. The more you associate with your fear, the more they will rule your life. Reach out for help. And this is what I'm saying. The more that you feed into it, the more powerful it's going to get. Try to pull yourself out of it. And the first thing is making sure you're getting enough sleep. Honestly. When I went through my, grief journey there, it was just like I wasn't getting enough sleep. And a lot of fears were just that. It's just because I wasn't getting enough sleep and I kept building and building. I'm like, you know what? It hasn't happened. Like, I sat there for a whole year and tortured myself. And my sister kept telling me, you're going to be fine. And then sure enough, the year went by and nothing happened. And I'm like, I just tortured myself for a whole year for nothing. You're driving a force fueled by determination and willpower. And this is what they're saying. Shake this off. You're driven. You're a determination, willpower. You have it in you to fight back. You have it in you to take control. Yin and yang. Where everything is being balanced again. You overcome obstacles and find balance between opposing forces. So they're saying there is going to be a balance here. So don't sit there and torture yourself with something that hasn't even happened yet, or this like worst case scenario that you're building up in your head. So we have the Hierophant. You are working with a teacher, mentor, or guiding authority. You will expand your knowledge and learn fundamental principles with a trusted source. So this is what I'm saying. Maybe, you take on a confidant that is, that won't sit there and, confidentiality, and you'd be like, you know what, this is what's going on, and not like, I feel like this is like a family friend, like, and you don't want everybody knowing your business, and just say like, listen, this is my, my situation. What do you feel? What's your advice? And just go with it. And I feel like they give you a lot of relief in that. Because with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like this is a crow, so I feel like it's a minor message. So I feel like this is countering this one. And this is where I feel like, changing your perspective, to enjoy those celebrations. You have created abundance. Now enjoy the fruits of your labor. Don't be afraid to splurge on something special for yourself. Use your wealth to create financial independence in the long term. So I feel like, what's keeping you up, and they're saying, like, think money is going to come in some way, or because you work a lot, or it's just like something will happen that it will counter whatever you feel like is going to happen. Remember, it hasn't happened. Like I said, I see like the paper is being stuck, so maybe they don't even look at it, or they have so many files, they get overwhelmed, they think that they already looked at it and they don't. So it's like, it may not even happen. I think you're afraid of an audit or something. They're saying audit. But it's like, do the best you can, you know what I mean, with what you have. But it hasn't happened yet, you know what I mean? And that's where I'm feeling like Spirit is saying it's not going to happen. Like, enjoy, Father's Day, enjoy all the celebrations coming up, and release this. Release it to the universe. It doesn't serve you, release it to the universe. It hasn't happened yet. That's where a lot of depression and anxiety comes from. We live in the future and things haven't happened yet. So live in the moment. Meditate. find ways to use your energy. Go outside and, enjoy the view. I feel like you have somewhere to sit outside in a comfy chair. Maybe have a drink and relax, and don't waste this time. Don't waste between June to October. If anything that these past couple of years have taught us is to live every moment to the fullest, and don't let this rule your life. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.